Good morning, Oxbow Creek, and welcome back to another great week here at Oxbow. You know, I do think it's going to warm up a little bit in February. That's what the word on the street is. We'll wait and see if that actually happens. But we have a lot going on this week. You know, this is the second week we're focusing on problem solving. Last week we were talking about name the problem. You have to recognize what the problem is first. And we use the word S, say the problem. The word STEP, S-T-E-P, will help you remember the second step, problem solving steps. Now, last week, like I said, we were focused on the S, say the problem. This week, we're going to focus on the T step, which is think of solutions. So it's say the problem, think of solutions. Solutions help you solve the problem, of course. They're ideas about what you could do. Your solutions must always be safe and respectful. Now, this week, if you do have a problem, remember, first of all, to say the problem, S, and then T. Think of the solutions that you might be able to use. We have some student leaders here who are going to illustrate what we're thinking even more.
We need markers first. Where are they? I put them on the table. Oh, well. Not under here. Where could they be? I don't know. I put them on the table. Where are they? I don't know. They could be in a different spot. My backpack. Oh, yeah. Found them. Now we can start.
And again, congratulations go to our bus poster winners from last week. But last week, our second grade winner was not here, so I wanted to make sure Natalie was recognized. Natalie Eggman is our second grader from Miss Erickson's class. Congratulations, and look at this beautiful poster that she created that's going to be hanging up in the school as well. And good luck on the district contest. We'll see who wins. Fantastic. Thanks, Natalie. Let's look at this week's Kids of Character Awards. Whitney from Miss Eason's class is our kindergartner this week. Come on over here, Whitney. This here is a student who's always wanting to learn. She doesn't just do what is expected, she goes above and beyond. Not only is she wild about learning, but she's always helping her friends. Whitney is a leader in Miss Eason's class, and for that she is very proud of you. Congratulations, and keep up the great work. That's for you. Then we have Uzo. Come on over, Uzo, one of our third graders in Mr. E's class. This kid here, Uzo, is a leader in our room, and one of the things that make her such a great leader is that she can problem solve quickly. She has modeled friendship, politeness, and fair play. By staying calm and thinking through situations, she's able to see the problem and address it while earning the respect of her classmates. The class chose Uzo for these reasons. Great job, and keep up the great work. You are BBA. Beautiful, brilliant, and amazing. Congratulations. You are welcome. Thank you. Here you go, Uzo. Next we have Tiana. Tiana is one of our fourth graders, Miss Gosser's class. Tiana's classmates shared that she demonstrates student character by always being on task. She listens to others. She's really nice, and she gets her work done. She's a great leader and a role model for the entire class. Keep up the wonderful work.
Thank you.
Way to go. Congratulations. You are welcome. And finally, Lysandra is one of our fourth graders as well. And the students in 4GA also felt that she deserved to be recognized. She's always on task, is willing to help others make good choices. She recognizes that by sitting others can help her from not talking, choosing who she sits next to. Keep up the great work, Lysandra.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Congratulations. Keep up the great work, students. It's so nice to be celebrating so many kids of character here at Oxbow. Well, it's time for our February book brags for the week, and we've got a full slate of them. Come on over here. This is a first, True and Jordan from Mrs. White's class. This one is a student-authored book, one that they wrote themselves. Share it, you guys.
There's one here. There's another one. Hi, I'm True. I'm Jordan from 3WH. We're here to tell you about one of our favorite books, Planets by Us. Planets is about all the 8 planets in the solar system. It gives you information and facts about the planets. There are some pictures and captions. You can look at the pictures to see what you notice. If you like expository textbooks, then you would love Planets.
And how about puppies?
Well, we're not done with it, but in the inside we have a picture.
Awesome. So they're starting to write another book as well. I love it when we've got authors here at Oxbow. Thanks, girls. That's fantastic. Trovel's got a book to share from us from Mr. Sherva's class. What's your book?
I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Apple Blossom the Possum by Holly Goldberg Sloan. Apple Blossom the Possum is about a possum named Apple Blossom, and she has 13 brothers and sisters. and her mother always told her that dogs and humans were monsters. Then one day she falls into a monster's chimney. If you like fantasy or adventure books, then you would love Apple Blossom the Possum.
I like the play on words too, the rhyming, Apple Blossom the Possum. Thanks for sharing that, Travell. That's fantastic. Gavin, one of our 5th graders from 5HE. Come on over, Gavin, and share what you have.
Hi, I'm Gavin Stahl from 5HE. I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Getaway, by Jeff Kinney. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Getaway is about Greg and his family going to a tropical island to get away from the stress of Christmas, but they should have stayed home. If you like fiction books, then you would love Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Getaway.
Fiction books, and when they're graphic novels like this, it's a lot of fun to read too,
Yeah.
isn't it? Thanks a lot, Gavin. Good job. Nice job. And Danielle, also from 5HE. Oh, there we go. No problem.
Hi, I'm Danielle from 5HE. I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Unschooled by Alan Woodrow. Unschooled is about a boy named George and a girl named Lily, and at their school they have an event called Spirit Week. They are in 2 different groups and they go through some tough times. They almost lose their friendship. If you like adventure books, then you would love Unschooled.
You know what? On the back here it says, too, this year's 5th graders are the worst Principal Klein has ever seen. There's actually an award for the worst 5th grade ever. That's not true at Oxbow this year, is it? Not at all. Congratulations. Thanks for bringing that down, Danielle. Well, it's always nice to get the student.
Hey there, Rolf. How you doing?
Doing well. Look at
Hi,
the surprise
kids.
guest.
Hi, teachers. Boy, look at this podcaster thing. And character generator that gives them the script and everything. How wonderful. I wish I would have had these toys when I was here.
You know
anyway, I hate to interrupt you, but
It's always nice to see you, Mr. S.
Okay.
You take care.
see ya.
See you later. Oh, that's fun. Well, this week, you guys, it's Muscle Week in the gymnasium, so let's go out and show what you got there. We're looking forward to seeing all that. It's also Conferences Week, middle of the winter here, and we've got parents coming in Tuesday, Thursday, and the following Tuesday as well. So this is a week, students, you want to make sure your teachers are in a good mood because they're going to be talking to your parents. Let's make sure it's that kind of week. It's also Valentine's Day in the middle of the week. I'm looking forward to that. And if I'm not mistaken, we're getting very close to the 100th day of school, which I know is a really big deal around here. I Love to Read Month. I want to highlight for you the pink sheet that went home last week. If you guys are taking advantage of that, doing something every single day of the month to show that you have a love for reading, and you turn this back in signed, there is something for you at the end of the rainbow as well. So make sure you're taking part in that. We also are going to be doing our book swap, which is one of my favorite events. I've talked to all the classes when I go around and reading a book to you. Make sure you bring your books in so you can take part in that book swap. And the students also have a little promo here. Let's see what they have to say.
This is everything you will need to know about the book swap. The dates for the book swap are February 14th through 16th. The book swap starts at 9:15 and you have until 9:30 to shop for books.
Please bring books for all ages. Any books that are colored in or destroyed will not be accepted. For 2 books, you will receive a ticket.
This is all the information you need to know about Books and Bagels. Bring your family to enjoy this special event. There will be food, there will be bagels and other foods. The dates will be on the 22nd and 23rd. On the 22nd, students with last names A through L will go on that day to switch their books. On the 23rd, students with last names with L, M through Z will go on that day.
Come to the lunchroom. There will be a nice hot cup of coffee waiting for you, juice, bagels, and some cream cheese. Mr. Carlson will also be reading in the lunchroom.
It's I Love to Read Month!
All right, thanks students for your take on that as well. Just a couple announcements before we wrap up here. First of all, students, 2nd grade in particular, it's come to my attention that we're having some difficulty at the end of recess when the whistle blows. So here's the deal, students. We have 30 minutes. Our recess paras out there and the teachers that are out there have to decide when to blow the whistle. If you keep taking longer and longer to line up, they're going to have to move the whistle up and you're going to lose recess time. When you hear that whistle, we expect that right away you drop what you're doing. There have been some kids that are actually getting into pushing and shoving when the whistle blows. That's exactly the opposite of what you should be doing. You beeline over to the lineup so that the next group who's coming out is ready to go. 2nd grade in particular has been having troubles with this lately, and I expect that that'll continue to get better. You got to move over there, and I get it that you're in boots and snow pants and that sort of thing. It's a little slower with the snow, but when you hear that whistle, that means go, and go now. Otherwise, we're going to have to keep moving it up, or we'll even have to consider skipping some recess, which I don't like to do. But when it's a problem, it needs to be addressed, and right now it's a problem with second grade. I want to remind you, students, that after this week, we don't have school on Monday and Tuesday next week, so there won't be an announcement program next week. You only have 3 days coming back on that Wednesday afterwards. So with that, I've got some jokes to share, and then we're all wrapped up. Brinley from KOL says, what is a bow that you can't tie? That's a rainbow, of course. Victoria from 4RA says, why should golfers wear 2 pairs of pants? Well, just in case they get a hole in one. I've gotten a hole in one before. It's a lot of fun. And finally we have, no, not finally, we have 2 more. Zach from 1PE, he seems to be prolific. Why is it hard to play cards in the jungle? Because there are too many cheetahs. And you don't like playing cards with cheetahs. And Anna from 4KE, did you hear about the 25-year-old high school quarterback? He could run and tackle, but he just couldn't pass. That's not any of your problems. None of you can be 25 when you graduate, that's for sure. Those are the announcements. Big week ahead of us. Let's make it a great one. See you back here next 2 weeks from now.